right. Should be up and running. Should be live. Should be able to hear me. Should be able to see charts. Let's go ahead and get started. Good afternoon. This is Ifan from the Strategic Day Trader, and this is your market wrap for February 25th, 2022. We got about 2 minutes until the close. All right, Qs finishing up here about 1.4% here, continuing the momentum move that we had yesterday. We pointed out how yesterday we got this wide range bar. Any kind of sell setup is probably going to fail. We have the slightest bit of one here, but as you see, we blew right through that declining 20 MA. SPY did as well. All right, and so hourly here has got the transition out of this downtrend and did it in a really impressive fashion. Just a lot of momentum, straight shot through the resistance there. This hourly that wasn't a downtrend broke right through it and holding. Okay, so it can't be bearish anymore while the daily is remaining still in this downtrend. The way that we bottom suggests that we probably will work our way back up eventually. Doesn't have to be right away, but we sure have bounced in a hurry. Okay, so what does that mean? So for Monday, gonna be neutral, but the hourly is definitely looking more and more bullish. So the more aggressive or anticipatory bias would be to be bullish. Okay, can't really be bearish here anymore. The hourly is just completely broken as far as that downtrend. The alignment's not there, so it can't be bearish. Okay, so then we go neutral into Monday. If we get a decent pullback and we maybe consolidate a bit into a rising 20 MA on the hourly, that would be a good time to start to move back to the bullish bias. Okay, if we base into Monday into the afternoon and then 20 MA starts to curl up underneath and then we get a breakout, also a good time, right, to initiate the bullish bias, all right, on the Qs and SPY. All right, so yesterday's move, what we got today tells us that it was for real, yesterday's move, okay, and so expect that the hourly downtrend is over. We're going to transition up into an uptrend. Okay, on the Qs here, Qs and SPY. So I was really hoping we would get some kind of clear sell setup, maybe something at or near the 20 MA, and we really just went right past it, didn't really care too much about it. So, that's why I'm saying, not only did we not really create a sell setup, and we also rallied really significantly off the bottom, we just did it in such a bullish fashion. That's why I'm saying you can probably even start to anticipate the bullish bias, even though we don't really have the alignment for it because of the daily here, right? We are just moving up right back into resistance. 20 MA is still down, although flattening out given what happened the last couple of days. Okay, so that's the plan for Monday. Let's go over the plays from today. First play, FTDR, pro gap down. Okay, played it as a 2-minute base breakdown right in here. I like this play a lot. It's a lot like the Angie from a week ago. Angie right here. Moved up first, gave away the rally, and then base at the bottom. And then we get in it as it confirms the weakness, erases all that initial move up. Okay, so that was the FTTR. We trailed the first portion 2-minute bar by bar just because look how many 2-minute bars in a row it was, which was one part of maybe this being a little bit on the aggressive side of getting into that little bit of a base. 1 minute also, you can see the base. Here it is. See how we got these kind of doji bars and narrow body bars and consolidation sideways. So that was the play. So, we got okay on the front half, but the back half just ripped right through, right back up, just like the market, I guess, did over the past couple days. And so came back up and took out our stop. So front half worked, back half didn't work on the FTDR. So yeah, it was in a nice downtrend showing a lot of relative weakness today. I like the daily chart and the way that it was breaking down. But looks like that first exit we took would have been better to take it all. But, you're not going to, I didn't know that at the time, of course. So, but I don't know. Honestly, I'm not too bothered by it. I managed it how I think I should have managed it. Yeah, and it just didn't really give us any nice pivots to trail. The next play was the AERI. It was a base breakout here into lunch. That was one thing I didn't like about it, just having it trigger right during the middle of lunch there. There's the base breakout. We got a little bit of follow through, but not enough for us to take targets. This was tightened up a little bit just into this base as the stop, so it was a little partial loss on the AERI. Here was the daily. One thing I liked about the daily was that we were basing at the resistance and then getting ready to break above it. That I like to see when the daily or intraday is dealing with that daily resistance and trying to break out. So I like that aspect of it. Yeah, just didn't get to our target, that's all. And that's fine. I don't really have too much of an issue with that on the AERI. And then after lunch, I was disappointed with how kind of boring it was. If you were in the room, I multiple calls trying to get, plays that I thought looked pretty good, and just nothing was going to trigger. VICR was one, open, AAOI. So I was looking to play a base breakdown on the open as this 15-minute was catching up here. I was looking to play this base breakdown right in here. 20 MA catches up. Love this play. Late day breakdown. 15-minute catches up. Wanted to rally instead. I wasn't really looking at it as long. I don't really have it in my trading plan to play something like this as a long. But broke higher instead. No trigger. Fine. Okay. The other one was the VICR, which I think only triggered in the last 20 minutes or so. Finally triggered underneath that base. And then AAOI was the other one. Was going to play this under low of the day. So maybe could look at it again for Monday on the AAOI. Yeah, just market stayed really strong. Market didn't want to come in at all today and give any sustained pullbacks. So I think that kind of held up some of the shorts from following through. There were some okay longs here and there, but I mean, a lot of them didn't go anywhere. I mean, CAR was probably too big of a gap to begin with. That actually got sold. And then SQ spent really the most of the day consolidating and then trying to break out a little bit towards the end. Even the Dish didn't really get that far. Dish, which stayed bullish all day. So it was just a really boring afternoon, unfortunately, which I was kind of hoping that, with the things in the morning, not being all that much going on. FL probably the best of the bunch. The FL, really nice gap and really nice breakdown in the morning right in here. So, yep, broke down, pro gap down, nice downtrend that it put in this morning. Breaking down on the daily. It was especially because some of these gaps were really nice. I had high hopes for the afternoon, and the afternoon ended up being kind of a waste of time. But sometimes it's like that, and if you have the discipline not to just trade out of boredom, then you're not going to make a mess of things in the afternoon. But still, I mean, sure would be nice, much better to get some plays going instead. But, we do the best that we can, try to take high quality plays. I felt like the follow through wasn't that good the last couple of days, although I was optimistic that we could step up the aggressiveness. Unfortunately, haven't really seen the plays be all that great. So, we'll see next week what kind of lists, what kind of earnings we still have. I know we're getting a little bit late into the earnings season, and it's been overall kind of slow, and then the market's really been the focus, and so not as good of an earnings season I feel like as the last one, but who knows, maybe we'll get something going here in the tail end of things, because we still had a pretty good big list yesterday and today. Okay, so we'll see. All right, we'll be back at it on Monday. Hope you have a nice weekend, and I will talk to you on Monday. Have a good evening.